more. This episode has a loud volume warning.
Okay, guys, we're here.
We're here.
We're here on in Maya's neighborhood. We're here on. We are here.
That is so good.
In Maya's satellite neighborhood.
Yes.
We crossed the bridge today into her satellite neighborhood in New Jersey.
Wow. Hello and welcome back to the neighborhood, everyone. I am your host and neighbor, Maya, and today we are in a very special neighbor's house. I say that about all of my neighbors. However, today we have the amazing LEXI Medina.
No,
It just so happens to be my titi, who is 6 years old.
Yeah, it's one of those family situations. Yes, but this is my little niecey bee. Maya is the best. She was born when I was 6 years old. I've seen her grow up.
And I've seen you grow up.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
From a totally different, from a child's perspective.
Right.
So sick.
We went from having sleepovers, playing The Sims, or me watching you play The Sims. You were like PewDiePie before PewDiePie, if you even know who PewDiePie was. That was
I know. Yeah.
Okay, I was like, that was my side of you too.
Yeah.
You were cooler than me, so I don't know.
No, girl.
Yeah, we have one of those Latino families where you either have, actually, in which I do have titis who are 50 years older than me. 30 years older than me.
I'm like, that's my cousin.
That's my cousin.
And it's like a 60-year-old.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you have titis that you are actually older than.
Well, yeah.
But
like,
I don't have that situation.
One of my nephews is 6 years older than me. So riddle me that.
I didn't realize. You are dead smack in the middle of us. That's really funny.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I do not make him call me Titi. That's crazy town.
Yeah, and I call you Titi when I'm very sentimental.
Yes, I like it when you call me Titi.
Yeah.
And then my other nephew does call me Titi because he's little.
Oh yeah,
he's so cute.
Yeah, my brother he has to call you Titi.
Yeah. I love you if you're watching this, Ina.
So today, we actually have a little activity for you guys. It might turn into ASMR, in which if you don't like ASMR, I will see you in the neighborhood next week. Sorry about that. But
you should just grow up.
Grow up and kill your eardrum.
Yeah, literally. It's fine. It's not going to be like...
Unless you want it to be, but that'll be through a paywall.
Right.
Now we can get into our activity for the day, which is creating mood boards. Our 2026, not mood board, vision board. Yes. So we have a couple of magazines, again, not sponsored by Vogue or anything, but we like to cut them up and paste them on our board there. We got a couple things already cut out, so... Yes. We're going to see how far we get. We're going to have a really awesome conversation. That's right. Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Last year we did these too. And this was the one I did because I
walk them through it.
In the year 2025, I wanted to do many things. I wanted to tap more into like working out and stuff. So I have like, fit girls, and I wanted to travel. I didn't really do too much of that, but it's okay.
Hey.
I have this is so goth because I am like in my heart,
Yeah.
Inner child, just continuing to be fabulous, honestly.
Oh, I love that. Continuing to be fabulous.
Yes. And obviously like money, money, and I guess love, self-love, love in any form. So, and just to free myself. I feel like I am so constantly riddled with anxiety over just everything. I'm just a very anxious person. So let myself be free, allow myself to be free. So yeah, that's that. And I have it hanging over my mirror in my room, and now I'm gonna have another one.
Yay! So looking back on 2025 and seeing your vision board from then, what percentage would you say was completed?
I would say,
or manifested.
I would say definitely continue to stay fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely was a lot more honest with myself and true to myself. I think I prioritized healing my inner child. So much so that like I miss her. Like I want to meet her, you know, and like actually be in her presence.
Yeah.
Did not accomplish traveling. I would say like probably 60%.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No. Could be better, could be way worse.
Do you hold any regrets at all with 2025? You know, with you saying that it's 60% and you've been mentioning the travel portion, how you didn't really.
Yeah, I think unfortunately the way the world is right now, like even though I'm 31 and I have a wonderful job, you know, I'm a teacher, it's obviously not a lucrative profession, but I love what I do. And I'm grateful for the amazing district I work in and the school and my peers and, you know, all that and my boss. But I would say like I am a little disappointed that, and I pride myself on like budgeting and being really like fiscally responsible and financially responsible. And I think this year I just kind of lost sight of that. Like there was a lot more I could have done.
Okay.
I think if I had just put my mind to it instead of putting priority with other things, it just kind of fell to the wayside.
Okay.
So I think that's my like regret. I mean, I feel like for that, regret is a strong word because like it's not like I went on like a gambling spree, right?
Right.
But there were things that I could have just made some smarter moves, and like if I just had put a little bit more thought. So I think perhaps knowing that and going into 2026, like continuing to be responsible in that way, but also like being mindful of just stopping and just taking a second to think. I think really quickly. I'm just a quick person. Actually, somebody told me once, this was in the moment, I was like, what do I do with this information? But now I'm like, what a great compliment. One time somebody told me that, and this was like kind of during a breakup, part of the reason was because I did things at a velocity in which the person couldn't sustain.
I remember this.
And I was like, I didn't know how to respond. I think it's a compliment now because it's like I'm a quick thinker. I can pivot very quickly. I go with the flow. But yeah, I mean, that was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool experience in hindsight now to think about, just because like how many people get told that, like almost like I'm a rocket ship, you know?
right.
Craziness.
No, that is a very unique thing to say to someone, and it's very open-ended. Because I feel like someone who might be a little bit insecure might not take that as well as you have.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely, that's one thing I have to say, like in 2025, actually, honestly, ever since in my later 20s and now into my early 30s, like, I don't know, I really like myself, and I always have. I've never like hated myself, nothing like that, you know, thank goodness. You know, we have a really wonderful family, thank God.
Yes.
And, you know, but I think like I always put, just inherently, I just put other people first all the time. So it's really been nice to, in the last, you know, decade or so, like, or, you know, like 5 years, like decade's a long time. 5 years. The last 5 years to just like really just be like, no, Lexi's the focus. Like Alexandra, she's the focus. That's Lexi's a nickname, by the way. She is the full focus. And yeah, so all of that to say, I guess, just thinking out loud,
Mhm.
if learning from 2025 going into 2026, just trying to relax.
Yeah.
Like I get worked up. I'm a quick thinker and I'm good at pivoting and solving problems, but I get worked up. So
Mhm.
like just to calm down, like I get panicky. Calm down and like just be present in the moment and just take your time.
Mhm.
Not everything is under a time crunch.
Right.
I'm the kind of person where like if something's due tomorrow, I did it yesterday.
Mhm.
So yeah.
I love that. I
Mm-hmm.
love that entire answer. Thank you so much for
We
sharing
do.
that. No, seriously,
No autographs.
because now that I have approached my mid 20s,
Mm-hmm.
I really, I mean, I've always looked up to you, but I feel like especially over the past like 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
your transformation with like your self-love
Mm-hmm.
and even just like going about your daily life and
Mm-hmm.
everything and with all of its ups and downs, you just handle everything with so much grace.
Thank you.
So
That
much
means a
more.
lot.
No,
No, like it means a lot
no,
to me, really.
no, you really, really do. I feel like you handle things with so much more grace than the average person, and that is so extremely hard. That is so hard, and that's something that I'm working on because you know me, like we've been there for each other with like our dating journeys and
Indeed.
everything.
Indeed.
And I definitely get worked up,
Mm-hmm.
especially in like the relationship
Which
department,
is
and I
completely normal.
right, right,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. And especially for women, and I feel like for Latinas as well, it's everything gets so emotional and so blown out of proportion that
Yeah.
it's just, and I tend to blow it out of proportion too.
Well, of course. I mean,
Right, right, right. Um,
it's just, you know what I think it is? I think you and I are just very trusting people.
oh my
And
God.
with that, it's like we try not to hold expectations, but really when people let us down, it feels worse because it's like, oh, come
Yes.
on. Like, I
Right.
trusted you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Why can't you treat me in the way that I treat you? Why can't you
yeah.
see things in
Mm-hmm.
the way that I do?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's been something that I have been kind of coming to grips with, especially post college, because college dating is so easy. Everyone is right there,
Yeah.
and then you get
Yeah.
plunged into New York City.
It's like not real. It's like not real. College is like not a real
It's
place.
Sims. It's literally Sims.
It is actually.
You have your schedule, you're doing the things that you do, every day.
Right.
And then you become an adult, like you leave college and you're an adult now, and it's just like, wait,
It's
now
like
I have to
it's like
actually figure
fake
stuff out.
real life.
Right? Yes. No, it's so fake. Especially it feels like a TV show.
Yeah.
College to me felt like what high school looks like in TV shows, because I feel like at least my high school experience was not. It kind of just felt very kiddie like, and I had a very
Yeah.
different experience with high school because it was in the middle of Manhattan.
Yeah.
So yeah, like college felt like a high school movie or TV show to
Yeah.
me.
Agreed.
Yeah.
With the independence and everything. Like I went to high school in the suburbs and I loved high school.
Oh yeah.
It was so much fun. Honestly, like when I see on TV in shows and stuff, the way that high school is now, like I truly hope high school's not actually like that because it's like
Girl.
scary. Like I don't know, like Euphoria, like if that was real, dude.
Low-key, Euphoria was my high school experience. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
Yeah, girl, New York City is wild.
Yeah, no, we were
Yeah.
having so much fun at the football games and like, I don't know, high school was really nice. It was like my high school experience was like 90s movie high school
Oh,
experience.
yeah, like Clueless.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes,
I could see
exactly.
that.
And college was kind of like just more for me,
Hmm.
it was a more advanced version of that. So it's so crazy that even in like the 6 years between us.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Yeah, but definitely two different environments
True.
too. City kids do tend to, because we're exposed to so much more things that like kids honestly should not be exposed to.
Yeah.
I don't want to say that we mature faster, but those experiences make us different people.
It's a totally different type of smarts.
Oof,
child. You know, like
scarf is gonna beat the death of me, but I'm whatever.
So cute. I feel like you belong in like you're like a nonna in La Toscana.
La Toscana. That's actually a goal for me.
In Napoli to be a nonna.
Yes, a little bit. I decided that I want my solo trip this year to be in Italy. It's not going to be around my birthday. It's going to be at a later date so that I can save up for more. But yeah,
that's gonna be amazing.
Thanks. So I am hoping to find some things in these magazines or my cutouts.
Yes, and if so, you can just rip that off of mine.
Girl, I am not ripping your freaking 2025 mood board. That's crazy.
Yes, I really want to travel this year to Armenia. So
the
cool thing is that Maya is 100% Puerto Rican and I am half Puerto Rican and I'm half Armenian too. So
just perfect.
Yeah, so it's a fun mix. The food is really good. Food is really good on both sides. Music is really good on both sides. Culture is really good on both sides.
Very colorful on both.
Super colorful, super, like, the morals are very similar.
Really?
Well, okay, wait, that's not the right way to say it.
Values?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah, I could see that.
Values is like family.
Yeah, yes, your Armenian side is very family oriented.
Yes. We're spread out all over the world. You know, the Armenians are such a strong nation. Absolutely. And a strong people, just like the Ricans are. And they've just been done dirty for so long by so many nations, right? And they're not the only ones, but you know, right now, or there in the last year, there was still war going on in Armenia. Yeah, in between Azerbaijan and Armenia, there's a little strip of land, and we call it Artsakh. And it was fight over land, which, like, to me, I'm sorry, like, in 2025, 2026, why are we still having these even globally? Right. Why are it like we all have access to similar things? I don't know. It's the modern day, and like, why are we still fighting over like things that I teach ancient civilizations, and like it's like we haven't fully learned from history.
Absolutely.
Will we ever? Probably not. But yeah. So anyway, all of this to say, you know, I'm very proudly an Armenian. I grew up like going to Armenian school. Like, if you've ever seen My Big Fat Greek Wedding, like when she goes to Greek school, like that was me. That was me. And yeah, so anyway, I'm hoping to get to Armenia this year. And it's funny because I never felt the need to go.
Really?
Because my grandma and like, I know, rest in peace, Grandma.
I miss her. I was thinking about her today.
I love her. Yeah. I miss her. She was born and raised and so are her parents, in Egypt. So we have a lot of ties in Egypt. And during that time, like in the 30s, 40s, 20s, like Egypt was like a mini Europe. Yeah. And long story short, my grandpa was my great grandfather was in the British Army, and they were like, you have to choose, like, you can stay or you can go to Armenia, where they were trying to repopulate basically after the genocide, or you can go to we can station you in Kenya. So, because he was in the British Army. Yeah. So they chose to go to Armenia because they were like, you know, it was propaganda. And it was terrible. Like, when they got there, it was the entire family sleeping in like a 1-bedroom apartment.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was the Soviet Union at the time, so there were like rations for like bread, butter, soap, things like that. So when they left, which it was so hard for my mom and my aunt and my grandparents to leave, it was not a good place. So I always grew up thinking like it's, it was a war-torn country kind of thing, because I would hear it from my grandma's experiences. But now it's like totally metropolitan. It's beautiful.
Really?
Yeah, the capital, Yerevan. And then the rest like is countryside. It's beautiful. That part of the world is very mountainous, and it's really cool. But now I really want to go, and all my friends go, and they're like, I don't understand. Like, you have to come with us. And I'm like, yes, I know. So I'm hoping that this is the year.
Yes, and then you could take me once you know all the spots.
Oh yeah, actually, I feel like low key, like that would just be fun, even to go experiencing it for the first time, because I'm just like, I'm truly a tourist. Like, I don't even speak the same Armenian. Like, there's two.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, there's there's two dialects of Armenian, like major, Eastern and Western. I speak Western Armenian with a little bit of Eastern because of my mom, but yeah, it's crazy.
Oh my gosh, that is so fun.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if we're gonna find anything Armenian in these.
No, girl. I'd have to make it like, I'd have to cut out like IAN, because all Armenian last names.
Yeah. Kaya Gerberjian.
Medinyanyan.
In which, side note, I really do love Kaya Gerber, and I did not want to cut up.
Who is she?
She is Cindy Crawford's daughter. Wait.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. She looks like her.
No, she does. She is so
Wait,
beautiful.
let's look it up. Is it
Yeah,
her?
no, please fact check
before we have to cut it out.
Girl.
Yeah, Cindy Crawford.
Okay, good.
She looks just like her.
She does. Everyone says that. And so she is a model and also an actress. She's been in a couple movies and TV shows and stuff.
Okay. I've probably seen her, but I'm a little clueless.
Girl, my facial recognition is so bad, child.
To me, Ethan Hawke and Kevin Bacon,
dude,
they're the same. When I tell you, I cannot distinguish them apart. And Steven, my cousin, our cousin, right? He is like one of my besties. He's also my godfather, and he and I are super, super close. And we always are together watching movies and stuff. And I was like, that's the same guy. And we like had a whole argument. I was like, Steven, you're not gonna win. Like,
you're not getting it.
In my brain, they're the same.
No, I really love this issue. Kaya Gerber was shot by Marc Jacobs, rest in peace, in this shoot for Vogue, and she looks so beautiful. I really did not want to cut this up. However, something that I'm trying to do in 2026 is just to hold on to less physical things. It is so hard. It is hard to come to grips with the fact that like this is hoarding, and or like what?
Wait, is it hoarding or
collecting
or is society just so obsessively minimalistic that like we've been like what's the word, like backed into a corner almost, or like made to think that we're hoarding?
See, I kind of agree with both, because I've been ruminating on this for the past couple weeks, because I'm just looking at my room, and last year was the year for trinkets. Last year, and girl, it doesn't help when you're in Japan and everything.
We love our trinkets.
$1, $2, and like it's just, you see these little things and they're so fun, but like, what is the line between I like this is useful, or and like this is healing my inner child, or overconsumption,
True. I think it depends on like, are you only deriving happiness from buying these things, or like, are you just buying them because you're like, I like it and it's cute? I don't know, but honestly, trinkets have I had to like, because there's just downgrade. Yep, it just is nowhere to put them. Like I at work, I used to have all of these like little collectible things around my desk, and I loved them, and they're so cute. But it actually makes me stressed out, like when there's too much stuff near me. And I'm a maximalist. Like I do like I do not like minimalism. It's not calming to me. It actually makes me really uncomfortable. But
Yes.
I created Trinket Town at my job. So like what I did was it's a 2-shelf, just a set of shelves, and one of the shelves is just trinkets and stuff. And it actually ended up being like a cool way for kids who felt like really I teach 6th grade, so they're mature in some ways, but then some of them are still kind of young and immature. But that's like a reset corner sort of thing. So like if they need to just take a second, they like go play in Trinket Town.
Right.
It's really cute actually, and it's like a good place for me to store my trinkets without having them like as my decor.
Right, or throwing them in the landfill. So a really awesome thing just happened in that my iPad ran out of storage and completely cut us off. So I think it recorded for like the first like 30 or so minutes. I think it's only like maybe the last 20.
Yes. Yes. And we were basically we basically at that point started talking about like New Year's resolutions and stuff like that.
Yeah. So we have not started on our vision boards just yet. I chucked my scarf across the room because it kept falling off my head, and now we're really getting into the meat of it.
The meat and potatoes.
So what I was telling Lexi was that in 2025 was a pretty packed year for me. However, I feel like my favorite year of my 20s so far has been 2024, because I had a really tough year in 2023. I don't want to say that it was the worst year of my life. I used to say that. However, I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason. Even though it was a really tough year for me, in almost every aspect of my life, I was working a really terrible job that just completely sucked the life out of me. And then I got fired from it. That's nerve. That's gold.
I feel like
girl.
I feel like that was just God's way of saying like, you know what, like you weren't gonna leave, so like
yes,
you gotta leave.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. That's how I, because at first, honestly, no, in the moment when they were firing me, I was saying that to myself truly.
Really?
Yeah, no, I really, really was, because yeah, I hated it there and I really wanted to leave, but I was just so scared. Not so much for like the financial aspect of it, because I am still living at home, but it was more so like, this is my first job out of college, and I have no idea, like, if I leave my first job,
right,
and I'm
like what's the experience?
Right, exactly. And so I just kind of stuck it out, but I'm so happy that they fired me. I hated that place.
Oh my God. I will never forget she used to send me like messages about everything that like her boss would say, and like,
oh my God,
girl,
low-key trauma block that.
Dude, I trauma block everything. Like, I'm like, no, it didn't happen.
I refuse. And so, yeah, I was working at this really terrible job that ended up firing me. And then I was dating a man in the military. No! That's like number one offender. Dating a military guy is not for the weak. Not that I'm a weak person, however. Ciao. And so that ended, and that was my college boyfriend. And yeah, there were so many other personal things that happened to me that year, and it was a really tough year for me. There were so many lessons and so many challenges that year that I just had to learn from. And so 2024, I had a clear goal in mind, which was just like, this is going to be the year of Maya. I am only going to do things that make me happy. I am going to experience new things. And that's exactly what I did. I got a job that I just made 2 years in November.
Yay! Cue the stock clapping noise. Woo!
Yes, exactly. And even though I don't want to say I don't want to say I complained about it in the first episode. However, I'm going through this metamorphosis of what I want to do for the rest of my life and what's going to make me happy and everything. In 2024, I experienced so much and I traveled so much, and for the very first time I went on a solo trip uh, to Europe. I went to London for my first solo trip.
And right, we did talk about this.
Mhm.
I think Maya has an insane amount of chutzpah.
Which caught me off guard because I had never heard that ever like thrown at me, like
Yes,
referred to myself.
She's so brave. Like she's brave. She just does things. Like I do this too, where I feel like I'm just really good at forcing myself to do something.
Yeah,
but when it comes to traveling, like I'm very much like I want to share it with somebody.
Yes.
But at the same time, it takes so many guts to like just throw yourself into situations and meet new people and just go. Like I would be like, okay, self, now what?
Yeah. Yeah, and
Yeah.
I was telling Lexi that that's kind of the whole point of solo trips, is just seeing how much you can handle, and then at the end of the day coming back home and it just with that new experience in mind, and you come back with such a different mindset. It's like, okay, I was able to handle being in a completely different environment where nobody knows me, and I don't know anything about it.
Right.
Especially, for the first time. It doesn't matter how many TikToks you see of a place,
Right.
it's not the same as actually being there. And, forcing yourself out of your comfort zone and learning new things all by yourself, learning new things about yourself.
Word.
You come back with such a different perspective, and it's just such a good, awesome feeling.
It's like how I feel when I leave the movie theaters, and the movie was so good.
Oh my god! Oh my god! That is so real. 2024, I had more of a clear plan than I did for 2025. 2025, I was just like, let's keep the good vibes going.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of, it wasn't precise enough. And I had a good time in 2025. I had fun, and I went to Japan by myself and everything. However, I feel like I was expecting the same things from 2024, but it just felt different. It felt different. It felt like I was kind of stagnant.
Okay.
But also kind of going backwards, like especially financially. We talked about our like financial kind of decisions in 2025, and it's not like I'm broke or anything. However,
no, I think it's just like
we could have been
hindsight 2020. Like
right.
You can always make better choices, and life is a series of choices, really. So like me, when I don't make the right choice, I get really frustrated with myself, like so badly. I guess I'm really afraid of disappointing myself.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah,
so
I definitely want this. You want half and I'll take half?
Yeah. Okay. Please.
It's books.
Honestly, talking about books, I would love to jump into that a bit. Because you've been on a big book journey, and I am so proud of you for that.
Thank you.
I feel like besides us being a very like movie centered family, we are, and we don't talk about it enough, we are a bookish family as well. Now, I don't really remember you being as much into books like when we were younger.
Yeah.
But like 2025 seemed like a big book year for you.
Yes. So actually, I used to love reading, but I was a big series person. Like when I was in elementary school, like it was the series of Unfortunate Events.
Oh my god,
I love that one.
The Doll People.
Yeah,
girl.
I used to love it. The Tale of Despero. And then when I was in like 5th and 6th grade, I started reading books that were extremely inappropriate for my age. No one ever, like, I have to say, my mom and dad never, like, screened anything that I was doing or watching. Like, nowadays, if I had myself as a child, I would be very happy because I was a good child. Mm-hmm. However, I was on, like, chat rooms, making friends in other countries. Oh, my God. I was, like, video chatting with, like, random other people in other countries and, like nothing crazy, but like I'm very lucky.
Not like Kick.
Yeah, I'm very lucky that it was, not bad. Like I had fun, but don't do that. It's different now.
Enough of that.
It really is different now.
But even when I was growing up, it was way different.
Yeah, but like I used to love. I will always love rock music and stuff, and like I'll always be like a little emo kid in my heart, but I made so many friends off of like the Tokyo Hotel or like a Day to Remember chat rooms and things like that. And anyway. So wait, how did I start this? Books.
Yeah.
So I exercising my memory. Okay, so I used to love to read, but I never I never talked about books with anyone.
Yeah.
But so then I took then I just became a beach reader where I would like read by the pool, by the beach, whatever random book. But last year my brother's girlfriend asked me to join her book club. And I was like, okay, I'd never done a book club. And it's so cute. The theme of her book club is like romantasy.
Yeah.
I never really was into fantasy books. Like, I don't know. I was never into like, I mean, it's cool to watch, I guess, but like, I don't know. I just never really gave it a chance. But we read ACOTAR. Well, no, sorry.
Oh, you guys did?
No.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. We read a book that was similar, and it was called Heartless Hunter. Like it's totally different storyline, but it gave it this very similar like style of writing.
Yeah.
And then I started reading ACOTAR, which is A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I love them. I'm on the 4th book right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I took a pause from that, and in that book club, one of the girls, she told me about this app called Fable.
Oh, yup. Lock in.
And it is so cool. You could put the picture of it right here. And my username is right here. But what's cool about it is that you can like track the books that you're reading, like your current library. And I read multiple books at a time. Because a lot of them are different vibes, and like sometimes I'm just in the mood. I'm a very mood based person. Even like my clothes, like if I'm feeling I'm feeling pink, or like I feel yellow today. Like I don't know. It's like almost like a synesthesia sort of thing. But anyway, right now, I read quite a few books in 2025. And what's cool is it's like the Spotify gives you like your reading wrap.
Yeah, I love that.
Which is kind of fun. So in 2025, I read 12 books. I would say, let me see,
and 12 is awesome. That's like a book a month.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. 8 of them I really liked. The other ones were like, like, and I won't say those because I don't want to speak badly about books. But like, here are some of the ones that were like my favorite. Actually, let me take a screenshot.
And I don't think that's necessarily speaking bad. It's just your opinion if you don't really, if you aren't a big fan of it.
And another thing I realized, like, I need to be more, like, not, like, sometimes you need to just read for enjoyment. Like, I'm used to reading, like, to give you a little context, right? Like, my mother was her degree is in Russian literature. So, like, So I have read, like, Anna Karenina, the Brothers Karamazov, and that's one of my favorite books, right? But
I'm gonna read that this year.
Dostoevsky, I have like a lot that I could say about him and his writing, but it's almost like I need to feel like I have developed a new avatar of personality after I read a book. And sometimes it's like you just want to read a book for enjoyment, like Colleen Hoover books. I feel like I make fun of them because one of my cousin likes them, and I'm like, this isn't real. It's like a Hallmark movie in a book,
right?
But then I'm like, Lexi, stop, because a book doesn't have to be life changing for it to be good. It can just be like it's like watching reality TV, right? Like we love Dubai Bling, but it's obviously that's not like a quality show. It's just nice to watch. I don't know. So anyway, here are the books that I loved. Okay, the first book, 2 of them changed my life. Okay. No, I shouldn't say changed my life, but really were impactful. The only book that has ever changed my life, I will say, is the Brothers Karamazov, and there's 3 books. Okay. That one, The Giver, was the first one.
Oh,
that changed my life. The Giver. I will never. I was in middle school when we read it in 7th grade, and I will never forget how I felt. Mm-hmm. Even to this day, I have reread that book so many times, and I still feel like the same 13-year-old Lexi. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that and a book that I read this year, actually, it's called Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe.
Oh, I want to read that.
It is one of the most beautiful, incredible books. It's written by Benjamin Alire Sayans. It is so. I picked it up and I was like, I don't know if I would like this. Like, I just don't know. It's. It was so beautiful.
That's awesome.
It was just such a true account. I feel like it's one of those books where it's written from the perspective of Aristotle, who is a young Mexican boy in a Mexican American boy in Texas. And it's just I can't say enough good things about it. Like, it is so beautifully written, and you feel for him, and you almost feel like you are him. So it's really cool. And then I read so the other favorite book I read this year was The Complete Persepolis.
Oh, yes. Yep. So, I think I read that it was either a high school assignment or a college assignment.
Yeah, which is crazy because people have talked about this. Like, after I read it, I've never heard about this book in my life. And then after I read it, like, one of my friends was like, my friend Jess was like, oh yeah, we have to read it in college. Like, I just didn't get it. And I understood that because she is, she was born here, and like, her parents were she's not first generation, and also she isn't Middle Eastern, right? So like, when I think it's relatable for countries that have gone through major oppression and political movement. And Iran is right next to Armenia too, and we've both gone through a lot. So it was an amazing book. And what I liked about The Complete Persepolis was that it had both books together.
Yes.
Yeah. And I have so many notes I took as I read. It was awesome.
That's kind of a goal of mine for 2026 is to start annotating books. Mm-hmm. I noticed as I was reading books last year that I would take pictures of lines that I really liked, and I'm like, well, now my photo album is like now this is getting inundated with pictures. I want to get into annotating more this year, or at least tagging the pages with
That's
the
what
lines
I do.
With the lines that I really like, so that they don't get all lost in my phone. And I buy all of the books that I read.
I'm a library gal.
I know. Please support your local libraries. They are under so much attack right now, and books in general are under attack right now. It is so imperative that we read everything. And what I really love about the books that you read last year is that they are so varied. And when people have a type of book that they like and don't like you were just saying, you weren't much of a fantasy person, but you challenge yourself to read romantasy,
right? And I liked it.
Yes, exactly.
Can I read it all the time? No,
but it's good that you challenge yourself. And that's the thing is even for me, for the longest time, like I'm a fantasy and horror person, and those are really the books that I read. But over the past year, I've been reading a lot more nonfiction and self-help books. And I self-help books,
What the hell is this?
That's McQueen, baby. It's self-help books get such a bad rep.
Oh, they really do, by the way.
They really do. And there's no reason for it. It's because people don't like, and we were talking about this before, people don't like when you are happy and when you are trying to improve yourself.
Yes. So I'm going to jump in because I don't remember everything we said about New Year's before, but I'll tell the story that I told.
Okay. Yes.
So basically, a few years ago, I was at New Year's Eve with my friends. Now, my friends, I'm like the most lively one who loves going out. And I don't mean going out like all hours of the night. I just literally mean going out, enjoying like a gastronomic experience. You get dinner, there's music, there's dancing. Like, it's crazy to me that people don't like this or like would just prefer to sit at home. Mm-hmm. There are days where I prefer that. But when that's the only, anyway. So we were at New Year's and it was at one of my friends' houses, and I'm sitting there and we were having a good time. We were playing games, whatever. And one of us, I don't remember if it was somebody else or if it was me, but somebody asked the question, what are your New Year's goals, or like things that you want to change this year? I went first and I said, I want to only do things that make me happy and like bring me joy. And the amount, like the first person who responded to this, he was just busting my chops, but he was like, yeah, but you can't do everything that makes you happy. Like, how can you do that at work or whatever? And I was like, well, first of all, it's sad that you don't like your job.
Right, exactly.
No, but on a serious note, I was like, obviously there's things that you can't control, right? That you're going to have to do. Mm-hmm. But when you're faced with a choice, like, of course you should choose what makes you happy. And obviously not something that makes you happy and is dangerous to others, but
yes,
but you know what I'm saying. It just turned into this whole thing, and the only one who came to my defense was my best friend Jackie. She's a real one for sure. She was like, guys, come on, and like you know, and she came to my defense, and I lost a massive amount of respect for a lot of the people that day who were there, because I was like, I'm sorry that you're like, misery really does love company. Like, yeah, you're hating on somebody who just wants to be happy.
Right.
Like, my only goal is to just do things that make me happy. Mm-hmm. And you know what's crazy is that I think that like my goal came true, and they kind of got what they manifested, which was like which was like a very boring, in my opinion, a very boring and normal existence, which to me, like, I don't want to be normal.
We want to be extraordinary.
We want to continue to be extraordinary.
Yes, go on.
But yeah, I don't know. I just think like we operate at such high vibrations, and our family is like this, thankfully. I mean, we do have a couple people who are downers, who like bring down the vibes, but for the most part, like Maya and I are always the ones who are happy and trying to, like, I don't know, just keep the mood nice and like good.
Yeah, even though our lives aren't perfect, I feel like we do reap the fruits of our labor, and our labor of like always constantly being in the pursuit of happiness.
Good. Yeah, we're just nice.
But yeah, misery loves company, and you attract the energy that you put out in the world, and that I'm such a firm believer of that. And so,
yeah, like nobody wants to hang out with a miserable person.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what, the more you curate your group, the people that you surround you with, the faster you see results in your life.
Absolutely.
A big goal for this year is to keep surrounding myself with good people, and I have such amazing friends and family. Like we keep saying,
you have really good friends too.
No,
yeah, they're so sweet. I don't know them all, but the ones that I do know or know of,
yeah,
good people.
Those are my babes. And being with like career-driven people, and just honestly, people that are just driven to do what's best for them always. Whether that's going to the gym, or you know, dedicating themselves to things that make them happy and pursuing new crafts and everything. Like I have 2 friends in master's programs right now.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and they are so happy that, you know, they just keep pursuing their dream and the things that they want to pursue, and I'm so proud of them. And even though I'm not particularly looking to get a master's degree myself at this point in my life, I really do admire that. Wait.
Sorry, I keep yawning.
No, girl, you are so good.
I literally have like a chronic yawning disease, I think.
Girl, same. I'm always asleep.
Oh my god, this is us. This is us. This is me and Maya.
Oh, you know what's a good goal? To keep being silly. This is such a good example of that.
Yeah.
We should put these guys in there.
Literally.
I'll do so silly.
I will do one and you do the other one. Oh, also, we were talking about books. I'm gonna cover this.
Oh,
the library that I go to.
Yeah.
So like I'm a library person and I love Libby because I started this past year reading on Kindle and I actually love it. I love a physical book, but Kindle is just so much easier. If it's in all my pocketbooks and stuff, but like support your library. It's like staff picks. Like a lot of libraries have these cool things. Like we've compiled a helpful brochure of recommended titles. Just cool. Like libraries do so much for us. They have CDs, DVDs.
The library, it's so much more than just a place to
get a book.
To get books. In terms of your reading list for this year, do you have anything in mind?
Well, I've recently been reading The Housemaid. I'm on the 3rd book.
Oh,
it's good. It's honestly, it's not written like, in my opinion, very well, but as if I'm a writer,
right?
But it does its job. Like I can't stop reading it. So, and it's addicting. And then I don't know. I don't really have too many. Like I just see what I like. I judge a book by its cover, and I read it.
Girl, and I feel like there is nothing wrong with judging a book by its cover because you know what? Sometimes it is correct.
But I will say, like, there's a lot of, like, and maybe, like, we can find some examples and you can pop them on the screen, like, pop, pop, pop. But there's some without the, what?
No, go ahead, because I'm going to know exactly what you're talking about.
Like, I don't know what this, like, style is now of covers of, like cute little romancy kind of not. They're all the same.
Yes. Where it's like one blocky color, and then it's the 2 characters, and they're like in a cartoony way, and they're like one is like and the other is
they're all like in the same style, and I don't like that at all.
It's so ugly, and that is exactly how you know how.
I don't judge books by those covers.
Oh, I do.
Well, no, I mean like if I'm getting a book to read. Oh, you do?
Yeah, like if I'm seeing those books in a bookstore, I'm like, yeah, I know exactly what this book.
Oh,
is.
Yeah.
Okay. And I know that it is likely. I'm not gonna say not gonna be good, but just not going to be my taste. And you know what? Honestly, a lot of fantasy books have fallen down that rabbit hole. And especially with the titles of these fantasy books, I saw a TikTok making fun of them actually, where it's just like a story of bone and ash.
Literally.
Yes, the tale of
paper, rocks and rock and paper.
Scissors. Yes, exactly. A tale of paper, rock, and scissors.
I am this Gucci bag.
That's actually good.
I love Gucci. My favorite color is pink. And I'm fuzzy.
So, you know, in terms of our vision boards, going back to this, because we're just snipping away. What images exactly are you looking for?
Well, I have some like about, you know, like books. I want to read more. Like I have the credit card. Not to say that I want to build a credit card debt, but that's just like a symbol of money.
Yes.
I have like pictures that like with a lily pad that kind of like to like remember to stay in the moment. This one I thought was cool. It's like this girl and she's like a showstopper. Like she's the only, everything else is like in motion.
Right. No, she's stunning.
So yeah, I guess just honestly this year, like I don't have many goals other than like learn from last year, like financially, and just to be more present and peaceful. I would love to.
That's a good goal.
I would love to travel.
Yeah,
but that's like a secondary goal right now because I'm young. I don't know. There's always time to travel. I mean, we never know like what life could change in an instant. Yeah. Just kind of like maintaining and then doing like a little bit of leveling up this year. And I also want to get into better shape. Like I like my body. I like the way I look, but I just want to. I don't know. I want to do right by it more.
I feel that just making more healthy choices because I'm also very comfortable in my body. I like the way that I look. However, I just want to make sure my organs are right. I want to make sure my inside is right, that my muscles are doing good. So definitely making healthier decisions in that way. Not really sure what I'm gonna see here in Vogue with all the people smoking cigarettes and being also fabulous. But yeah. Okay, so I just cut this out. Dance.
Love that.
I do dance a lot. I go out dancing a lot. However, I really want to do more dance classes. I want to be more physical, not necessarily in like a gym way, even though, obviously I do want to start going to the gym more. But just in like a fun way. I feel like everyone gets so caught up. And speaking about resolutions, the gym is such a big one. Everyone always, talks about like going to the gym, being more active, lifting weights. But I feel like people get really caught up in that like the gym is the only way to be physical and the only way to take care of yourself. I think especially with men, they think that is the only way to maintain your
why
health.
aren't like men doing like Zumba more or like dancing or having
That's what I'm saying. This guy, the actor that looks like he always has a frog in his mouth, not Tom Holland. Oh jeez, he was in Twisters. Glenn Powell. Okay, yes. Yeah, Glenn Powell. He does Pilates. He does Pilates with Tate McRae.
That's so sick.
And she, awesome. Her body is insane.
It's T.
And so they do Pilates together. They've spoken on interviews about how they like do Pilates and stuff. And just any type of way to engage your body is a good way.
And just move in any way for like 30 minutes, even if you just take a walk around the block.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yes.
I did that in the summer where I went to one of my local parks and they have a track and I just either walked or jogged around the track for like an hour or two.
And you put on your I love like when I'm driving to work or like if I'm actually honestly when I'm doing cardio, I will like watch Instagram. I'll catch up on like you, Maya and our little cousin send me like the most curated, perfect TikToks. So I catch up on those.
There's like 100 at a time.
But then when I work out like with actually like weights and things, I actually listen to audiobooks a lot of the time.
And so that's really nice. Yeah, but it's tough being like now that it's winter.
I know. My friend and I were talking about this the other day. Like, we would love to play tennis or something. And I'm no athlete. It's funny. Like, I'm built like an athlete, but I am very uncoordinated. And we
really?
Yeah. Like, you know what it is? I'm just not I'm not physically quick. So like with tennis,
that's fair.
You need to be like, and I'm like, it takes me a minute. Yeah. So it's hard. I don't know. I'm not built for speed, but I'm built for strength, So we were talking about how we would love to like play tennis or pickleball or something, which I still have not played. Yeah. But it's hard in the winter. Even like to go for a walk, and then you got to put on and you can't even really wear sneakers. You have to put on like snow boots, especially where I am.
Yeah, this is when it's a good time to do dance classes and indoor activities and stuff like that. Even going to a Pilates class. Yeah, and I really like Pilates, and I held it off for such a long time, but I'm ready to jump back into it.
Slim.
Get myself right. Get myself right for the summer.
I want to surround myself with more art. I love art, but I want to surround myself with more of it.
You know, everything is such a dying art, and I feel, you know, and this is not to like slander gyms at all.
No.
You know, but I feel like people are so caught up in this routine of going to work, coming home, going to the gym, eating, sleeping,
you know what it is?
repeat.
Because it's like it's just work culture. There's just no time. The gym is the easiest one.
Yeah, the easiest. Yeah. The easiest thing to, you know, like engage your body and your mind, you know, with work, obviously. But there are so many things, or at least, you know, I'm speaking from a place of privilege and where I live in New York City, and there's just so much to do and everything is very accessible. But, you know, I people don't really in general make time for reading and for engaging their brains as well as their bodies, going to the museum, going to like classes and stuff like that. You know, I feel like people get caught up in the culture of like, this is what you have to do to be healthy in any form, and that is just like going to the gym and meal prepping and just getting ready for the next day. There's so many classes that I want to do this year. Like, I want to get back into theater and everything in whatever capacity that may be. Being more whimsical. And I think that that is such a common theme with our generation, is just like building on your whimsy, being more whimsical, doing things that make you happy, doing the things that you've always dreamed of doing and always say that you're going to do someday, and just doing it. Like wearing all these fun, silly ruffles.
Like, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. I just, you know what it is? Like, I just don't care. Like, this is the year where, like, I just don't care what people think. Like, I just don't care.
Right. And I feel like I'm seeing that shift a lot, you know, when and I don't know if it's kind of coming from, like, a new age kind of, I don't want to say doomer mindset, where it's just like the world is going to hell, and so it's just like, you know, whatever happens, happens. I think that's part of it, for sure. But also just a general, like, I'm tired of being told what to do, how to look, how to act. What do you know? Truly, this is all of our first times on Earth, by the way.
Exactly, like it's touch and go.
Yes, exactly. Like, why am I going to sit here and I feel like a example that I always run into is like the kind of debate of what's quote unquote chuggy, and to like, you know, Gen Z and millennials. And I feel like Gen Z will like will come up with something that's like cringy that a millennial did, but then there's millennials that are like, oh my gosh, wait, having a side part is chuggy now, this is cringe, oh my gosh, now I have to wear a middle part. Who cares?
It's just whatever, like, whoever and whatever. Like a middle part looks better on me, a side part looks better on you. Like, you know, like,
yeah, exactly. It's all what like, works for you, why does not what works for everyone else.
Right. And like, why is one thing the only way?
There's no individualism.
Exactly.
And I feel like we're starting to realize that, and we're shifting to more of like an individualist approach.
Okay, time to start.
Oh, you're gonna start pasting?
I'm just gonna start, you know, getting some things together.
Yes. All right, I'm just gonna cut out this one last grill, and then we could get to pasting.
I think the craziest part, though, honestly, is like I set it up perfectly, and then I like need to glue it.
No, that's the number one thing that pisses me off. But you can just take a picture.
Yeah.
True. That's usually what I'll do, is I'll map it out and then take a picture, and then just pray. I know I keep saying like a big goal for this year, a big thing I want to do this year. I keep saying that over and over, but ultimately it all comes down to just internal improvement. Oh, so in terms of content this year, how what are you doing,
I still
what do you plan to do?
I still don't know. I don't know like what is gonna stick for me. I don't know.
All right, yeah, no, and that's totally fine not to know.
I feel like I'm not good at like talking, so like I wouldn't know what to just like say. Like I don't know what I could contribute, That's not like a one-time discussion. What are your thoughts?
In terms of like what I aim to do with my content, or like advice or whatever. Just like, I started this podcast because I like to speak and I like the conversations that I have with my friends. And so I don't know. It's like what we're doing right now. I feel like we didn't really have like the most specific plan. And I had thought up of a few questions for you, and we've been going through them. But I think the art of it is just seeing where your mind goes.
Yes.
And seeing where our collective minds go. And that's why I really like having my friends and family on here, because you guys have such awesome minds. And I feel like people don't really see the magic in themselves as much as they should. I think a lot of people reserve magic and talent and everything for famous people, and they're like, oh, that can't possibly be
right.
Yeah,
right. Like you weren't trained to be like fabulous. Yeah.
Right. But I think everyone's mind is a treasure trove.
And I think social media is like a huge testament to that, because like you see so many people on there and they're like making art, or they're just funny, like so many people have the same experiences as you. And it's like and it's like, wait, somebody else thought this too. So it's like, I don't know, it's like we're not alone.
Right. I think that's my biggest thing in my approach to social media and this podcast, and just everything that I do is like, I just want to be as human as possible. Do the things that I want to do, and just if someone sees themselves and or feels seen in the content that I post, and I know that I've done a good job and done what I wanted to do, was just, bring together
I think you're doing fabulously. I think you do.
I love you.
But of cute. I feel like you're doing a really good job of like not only, doing what you said, but like you bring your personality into it, which like to know Maya is to like just know funness and silliness and like, I don't know. Yeah, she's the best.
Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Oh, I just got so excited because this week we're doing testing at work, which means it's going to be an easy week and I can catch up.
Yes!
Being a teacher is really like, it's the best job ever, I think. But at the same time, it's like, you just never, what it is like, you never really have time. Like, you never have time to catch up. And like districts will just keep adding and adding and adding, and they'll never like take away.
Yeah. The most underappreciated, underpaid people on the freaking planet. I swear.
And just like actually like a lot of times, like not in my personal experience, thankfully I'm very lucky, but like I've heard stories and I've seen things, and it's like just people just being generally disrespected. Like it's an under-respected career.
I feel so bad for teachers, especially right now.
But interestingly, like I will say, if somebody came up to me and was like, I really want to be a teacher, like what, I would probably say like, don't do it.
Really?
Yeah. Unless you love it like me, like unless you really love it, like if you don't love it, you will regret it.
Oh, yes.
It's not a job like you get in like finance where you're like, I don't really like this company, like let's try something else. Like it's a lot harder than that.
Yeah. 100%. It's not as transferable.
No.
As people make it seem. Yeah.
What is your day-to-day at work usually like?
Girl, my day-to-day is getting on that laptop and dealing with the stupidest people
really
to ever exist. These people, are they're CEOs or they're like lead thingy thing of thingy thing company, and they're asking me questions that I've already answered in a previous. Like I can have an email.
Sounds like my job,
girl. Oh, child. But like you're dealing with sixth graders.
I'm just kidding.
But like no,
the
I mean
constant
like, it
repetition.
Is. Yeah, no, it
and then followed
is.
by
6, 7. Except I'm the one going 6, 7 when I'm like stressed out with these dumbass people.
Well, wait. 3 of my kids came up with a new type of therapeutic breathing.
Oh.
And they called it 6-7 breaths. So, so when you're feeling stressed, you go like this.
You know what?
It's actually like cute.
The kids are gonna be okay.
Like, if you're stressed, just take a 6-7 breath. And I'm like, you know what? I'm so proud of
you. The kids, they're gonna be all
They're
right.
gonna be fine.
I actually like the way this is coming out. It's not as colorful as I thought it was going to be.
Super cute.
Thank you. I feel like it's very intentional. Mm-hmm. And with a lot of the times when I make vision boards, it's kind of just me like tacking on pretty pictures and stuff just because I like it.
Like vibe aesthetically, yeah.
Right. But this feels like the most intentional vision board that I've made.
Another thing I want to do, I totally forgot this year. I started getting back into scrapbooking, and I really want to like just dive more into that. I just feel like it's such a fun, cute little creative outlet. And I love crafting.
Yes.
So like I don't know, I'm just really excited about that.
You know, last year I said that I was going to do more junk journaling.
Oh, cool. No, I like junk journaling. I love watching junk journal videos.
Because I really do collect a lot of business cards, in which I probably should have maybe brought one for this. I didn't really think of that. And something I want to perhaps get into the habit of is doing junk journaling as I receive things and as I go on trips. Yeah, because I collect so many things from trips. I have so many tickets, like airplane tickets, train tickets, and I have currencies and stuff like that. You know, that would just be so nice to do, to just like have it chronicled forever.
Yes. I feel like my scrapbook is like not just like, you know, like traditional scrapbooking, but it also incorporates like a little bit of junk journaling in the sense of like let's say I'll show you later. Like I went to see Hadestown with some of my friends.
Yes.
It was really good. And I saved everything from there, and I like put pictures of us there, but I also put like the little like the receipt and the ticket and things like that.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah.
I love that. You know, I see that you kind of like and repost a lot of videos that's like advice to my younger self or advice to you know, like girls in their 20s and stuff like that. Do you have any personal advice that you would give, like even to someone like me, someone that's like 25 or younger?
I think for me the biggest lesson is to like not lose sight of things, and like nothing is permanent if you don't want it to be.
Oh.
Like that was a game changer. I don't know why it took me so long in my life to realize that like if I want something to be temporary, it can be.
Ooh.
Like it doesn't have to be forever. Because I always I realize like a big part of me like struggles when there's no out of something, and I like somehow make and it sounds a lot more dramatic than it really is, but like it's just easy for me to feel trapped. Okay, for example, in one of my friendships, like I almost felt like trapped to stay because of longevity and whatever, but like, and this is not recently, this is like in the past, but like I realized like this person was just sort of like sucking the life out of me, and I was like taking on her problems, and I was like, no, okay, wait, stop. Like this isn't her life, isn't your life. There's a difference between being a good friend and being there for somebody, and then having and then feeling like their life is you need to take on the same experience.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I feel like just nothing has to be permanent if you don't want it to be, and to trust in yourself. Like, don't lose sight of the things that you want or you wanted because of the influence of others or because circumstances change. Like, just don't lose sight.
Thank you so much for that. I feel like that was really raw and personal.
Yeah, I mean, I think like that's just the biggest, and also like just not care. Like, I spend so much time caring about what people think. Like, I just don't care.
Yours is pretty much done.
Yeah, mine is done.
Nice. I'll finish mine at home.
I love it.
Lovely ladies. All right, so the sun has set on the neighborhood today, and I feel like, oh, such fun family friendness, yay! So we got pretty far with our vision boards.
I'm done.
She's done. Yeah, she's done. It looks
so
fit.
We're gonna put a picture.
Yes. Yep. We're gonna do a little update after filming. I'm gonna finish this up at home, but this is pretty much where I got today. Yeah.
I think we should do this every year.
No, we really should.
We did it last year, and I think this should be like a tradition. And I'm gonna keep my old board just to compare.
Oh, 100%. I think you should, and I put this on my vision board for last year. You should date it.
Oh yeah, good call.
Yeah, so it doesn't have to be on the top. It could just be in the back or something. Yeah. And I recommend vision boards to anyone because you can always set these goals for yourself, and obviously writing things down is so powerful. However, just having a visual aid, and it's just so nice.
Yeah, and it's just fun to craft. It's like a nice it's like a nice way to, it's like journaling but with a vision board.
Yeah, and it gets you off of your phone for a couple hours. We did this probably for when did we start? We started at noon and it's 5?
Yeah, we started about 1 1.
Yeah. So yeah, we were doing this for 4 hours, just talking, yapping, on our phones. Yeah, I think what really sets the mood if you are by yourself is putting on some incense and some candles, and maybe even your favorite movie, something that gets you in the mood to thinking better and being more future forward and things that you want to aspire to be. Watch a documentary or something.
Yeah, I'd probably put on just a comfort movie, something that's nice and that I've seen a million times, but it just makes me feel good in the background. Or maybe even I would just put on some music. I like to work in silence, actually. When I do my work, I don't listen to music really, or I listen to classical music.
Oh yes.
I like classical music, but sometimes I just don't. I just like to be in 100. I was the kid who was in college in the silent room of the library.
Wow.
I just like to be in yeah.
Nah, girl.
Sensory deprivation tank volume.
Nah, at work, people know me. They know when I have my headphones on, I'm not playing.
You're locked in.
I'm so locked in. And honestly, I like when people come up to my desk and talk to me, but I get so many times where it's just Maya, when you are at your desk, you are so locked in. You have your headphones on, and quite honestly, you look a little scary. And so hey, I get it. But no, I'm a big music person. And music is extremely powerful, but it has to be high vibrational music if you're gonna be doing something like this. Don't put on your sad Lana shit. Don't put on Taylor Swift. Yeah, unless it's I don't know, an empowering Taylor Swift album or whatever. But listen to Ariana Grande. She has so many powerful songs. God is a Woman. What? Gag. Okay. Yeah. Gaga Caliuchis. Yeah. Just anything like that. But I am so looking forward to 2026 and what it has in store for us.
Me too.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a very powerful year.
It's going to be a great year.
Yay!
26 is the number.
Yeah, that's your number.
Yes. It's a big number for me. It's not only my birthday, but everything. It's the number that I see all the time, and it's the number that, I don't know, like it's just my number.
Right. Well,
So,
if you're thinking numerology wise, 2 plus 6 is 8, and 8 is infinity.
Cuteness. I like that.
Yes, 8 is a very powerful number, and so 26, you know.
This is going to be a good year. I know it.
But do you have any last words for the neighborhood at all? You're our first.
Any last words? Like, you're going to like.
Yeah. No. You're our first neighbor of the year.
Yeah. What do I have to say to the neighborhood? Thank you for letting me. Thank you for. Thank you for. Thank you. No, I'm kidding. Thank you for coming to the satellite neighborhood, the satellite location.
You're just down the block from me. What are you talking about?
Yeah, literally.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, like like a block and
a block and a bridge.
Yeah, a block and a bridge. No, but thank you for having me on, and I hope that this is not the first time. I hope we can have.
Oh my god!
I hope we can be a Raja.
Sound off in the comments. Do we execute her now or do we bring her back? Right. Thank you so much for coming to the neighborhood today. I'm so excited for what 2026 has in store for the both of us.
Yes.
And I love your vision board.
I love yours.
Thank you. All of the positive things that you want are manifesting, and I hope that they happen for you.
Thank you, Queen. Ditto-ness.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If no one has told you this today, I love you, and you are incredible, and you are going to achieve everything that you set your mind to. And I only wish the best for you. I only wish the best 2026 for you, and I will see you next week back here in the neighborhood. Love you. Thank you for watching yet another episode of Amaya's Neighborhood. If you liked what you saw today, please go ahead and subscribe and follow all these social media links up above. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you once again in the neighborhood next week. Bye.
That's my baby. This is Maya's cousin, Daisy. Say hi, Daisychka. Okay. I'm in my mom's car. Broom, broom, broom.
Oh, that's a good mic check. I'm in my mom's car. Broom, broom, broom. Get out to me car.
They're the same.
No, it's so true. I'm cutting that shit out. Kaya Gerber was she was shot by Mark Jacobs, rest in peace. And no, he's still alive. It's just when I said shot by Mark Jacobs, like
cut that out. I'm pretty sure this is Italy, so you need to put this in yours.
Is that not the Notre Dame?
Oh, maybe. Leave that out. How do we look?
Beautiful.
Thank you.
And obviously, I'll cut out all the silence. You know,
Just us dissociating.
No, for real.